Hello, YouTube. Welcome. So, this is the first time that I am doing a read-through / discussion on the most recent chapter of My Hero Academia. You're seeing this now before the remaining VODs have gone up, but we are very much caught up. By the time that you see this, we have been caught up for about a day now. And I believe the remaining VODs will be up sometime this week. It'll be sometime around this week. So, if you haven't seen those, or you weren't here, don't worry, those will be up on the channel. It's just taking me a while because I don't want to upload them on a day where other videos are appearing. Watashi wa kita! Himne, thank you so much for the follow. I certainly hope you're enjoying the stream. Welcome to the Frostmire Manor. I hope you enjoy your stay. So, we're going to get into it. I'm going to be reading through the chapter, doing a bit of a chapter reaction. And then afterwards, we're going to do a bit of a discussion with the chat and see what we think about this particular chapter of My Hero. So, without further ado, let us begin. Sir, you spoke of the UA barrier proving its worth, but at the same time, we understand Midoriya's concerns too. If we are to drag him back to the school, we'll need convincing evidence. This concerns the safety and security of the evacuees. This is no mere appeal to sentiment. It could be said that Midoriya is now the most valuable battle asset that the heroes have, so no matter what happens, it would be risky to give him shelter at an unprepared, substandard facility. UA is equipped with our nation's most advanced defense technology for that very reason. We pride ourselves on being as well defended as Tartarus even. But sir, Shigaraki easily broke through Tartarus' defenses. That's true. Also, the principal looks a lot smaller in the manga. I just want to say, the principal's a lot cuter in the manga than he is in the anime. Yet another point for the manga. Indeed, ever since he attacked UA last year, I have put considerable thought to the threat posed by Shigaraki. I agree with Momo. Yeah, I agree with Momo as well. It's like, wait, what? Which is precisely why I have added my own personal touches to the fortifications of UA's defense system. Who knew that was possible? There was so much heated debate. To make a long story short, if an invasion were to begin at this very moment, no harm would come to the evacuees or students. A villain incursion would not succeed. The barrier is more than mere walls. UA itself can travel. Is UA a mech? Manganezu is definitely adorable. Manganezu is super adorable, but UA is a mech? I know I said I missed mecha anime, but my god, I wasn't expecting My Hero to take up the charge. Alright. That's very cool. The grounds are partitioned like a board game, and each section is equipped with mechanisms that transform it into an underground emergency shelter. Then, those individual shelters enter a linear maglev network that can send them along any number of routes at our own discretion. That's crazy. So it's not exactly a mech, it's more that the individual so it's partitioned like a board game, and each section is equipped with mechanisms that transform it into an underground emergency shelter. So all the different shelters can suddenly just like drop down and then go down tubes. So like, and those tubes can be that you can change the direction of where they're moving at your own discretion. That is very cool. That is super cool. I would love to see UA as a mech. I want Mech City. Can you imagine, right? It'd be like that one show, Decadence, where like the thing moves. It's like we're living in a giant robot anime, says Kaminari. However, it would all be for naught if the system itself were to crumble. Therefore, we've fortified the grounds with about 3,000 layers of bulkwork plates. Should the system detect unusual activity, a countermeasure will activate. And these connecting pillars will unlock, rendering each plate independently mobile. This will significantly delay incoming attack, during which these shelters can speed off to safety. Shiketsu was the first to fortify their security systems in a similar manner, in the wake of learning that an imposter has posed as one of their students. It is just... Yep, and there's our girl. It is just one of several other schools with hero courses that could provide safe haven should others need to flee. Shiketsu, that's a long ways away. UA is in the east, Shiketsu's in the west. Yeah, come to think of it. Alluded to in Volume 8 after the supplemental license. Yeah, Shiketsu is like a really far ways away. This upgrade seems designed to deal with decay transmitting through objects. Oh, that's so cool. Also, that's right. That's very cool. But how could you have known all the time that the school festival, how his quirk could evolve? From the time of the school festival that the quirk could evolve. That's true. How did Nezu know that? Indeed, there was no evidence for such a thing. I relied on my own intuition. Someone put respect on Principal Nezu's name. This man knew. He knew. He's like, his quirk is going to evolve to the point where anything it touches nearby is also going to connect. Nezu knew. He knew that whole time. Crazy. Here to lurk. Still super behind on MHA. Have fun reading. Lucius, my friend. How are you? Welcome. I have to have a quick sip of iced tea. Nezu's top 1%. Quirk is literally big brain. His quirk is quite literally big brain, right? So it makes sense, but still. Biggest brain. That's why I covered the expenses of myself out of pocket. How much money does Nezu have? That's got to be way more than a few 100 million yen. You've got deep pockets, sir. Honestly. Oh my god. The principal's major contributions to quirk morality education have made him a man of worldwide renown. That work of his continues to this very day. Whoa. Nezu's known worldwide. That's pretty crazy. I mean, he's a talking mouse, you know, I suppose. But still, it's crazy. I had no idea. Lack of understanding, intolerance. It seems we're always just one step away. Try as it might, humanity struggles to make true progress down this path. Issues shift and voices clash, making that single step feels like an impossible journey. In any case, I believe there's a sound argument to be made for him being here with us.
Nezu has that Disney money.
Nezu does have that Dezu money. Dezu? Nezu does have that Disney money, this is true. Nezu is Tony Stark, this is true. Go on and tackle the matter with your full power. Oh yeah, and then these bloody bastards. What unbelievable, bloody hell, what absolute bastards. Don't let that kid into UA. Shigaraki'll come after him. UA guaranteed us we're safe here. Keep him out, get lost, kid. Listen, I've said this before, that I do think that humanity, for all your faults, and God, you have so many faults, but for all your faults, I think out of a group of 10 of you, one of you would suck. But the other 9, you're pretty good. So I believe what we're seeing here is the worst of the bunch staying at UA. I don't believe this is everyone staying at UA. At least I hope not. This is just the vocal minority. Monoma! There he is! There's Monoma! There he is! Monoma's with Eri! Taking care of Eri. What a good boy. Monoma. Oh, and Deku's mom! There she is. Kota! Oh my god, there's Kota! And that's Ragdoll! Oh wow! Ragdoll, Kota, Eri, Monoma, Deku's mom? Oh, and there's Jiro's dad! Oh shit, there's Jiro's dad! Oh, that's so cool! Bakugo's mom? Oh, there is Bakugo's mom! Oh, she's holding on to Deku's mom. Oh, that's so cool! Oh, very cool. Nice shout outs. Dang, we caught all of those. Right on. Having one for all makes him a Nomu, right? Izuku, careful, keep back. Too scary, go someplace else. We're just supposed to let him hide here. They don't seem convinced. Theory, Shigaraki is after a UA student. What on earth are all for one and one for all? Yeah, and look at that thumbnail. Wow, somebody made a YouTube... Horikoshi made a YouTube thumbnail. That's amazing. Some of them were understanding earlier, but all of their doubts... But not all of... Some of them were understanding earlier, but not all of their doubts could have been assuaged. So it's true. Like, so even 13 is saying, like, some of them are on board, but not all of them. Let's keep calm, folks. This is a difficult argument to hear coming from school teachers. YouTube MHA must be a wild place. It's true. There's great explosion murder God Dynamite's mom. That's a hell of a mouthful. Speaking of social media in MHA, did you see Horikoshi's TikTok sketch? I did not. It was I who made this proposal. Genie, it's Genist. We're only here because we trusted you. Indeed, as the principal has explained, UA is currently the safest place to be. Your safety is our top priority. At first, we decided how to take the fight to the enemy. We used Izuku Midori as bait in hopes to learn the villain's location. However, our search grid wasn't sufficiently wide enough, and the operation met with limited success. Izuku Midoriya may be the villain's target, but he's also one of our most ultimate resources in battle. Allowing him to grow even more worn and frayed could lead to a fatal loss. Is this the optimal course of action? No. We now rely on our backup plan. I understand why you would not willingly welcome an omen of unease, but please allow him to rest his weary body in this secure stronghold, so that when indeed he can once again join the battle in peak condition. You losers... These are some Marvel-ass civilians right now. You losers failed and let Japan turn into a lawless wasteland, and now you failed yet again, and you're telling us to pay the price for your mistakes. No way. Some heroes you are. No dice. That unease spreads until it explodes. Give us a friggin' break. All we want is a safe place to sleep at night. Uraraka's about to do the good shit. I can sense it. They made Deku's mom cry. Yeah. Like, they're taking out their anger. A group of adults taking out their anger on a child who's done nothing but break his back trying to save them. Pack of ungrateful swines. Uravity! Ochiko! Oh, and there's Uraraka's parents there. She grabbed President Mike's megaphone. Deku, Izuku Midoriya, has a special power in him. You don't get it. He left the school in the first place because he didn't want to cause you any trouble. Yeah, good for him. He wants a break, so, oh no, I read that out of order, sorry. Izuku Midoriya has a special power in him. Yeah, so good for him. He wants a break, so what? He doesn't gotta rest here. What a bunch of fucking assholes. Like, pardon my French, but honestly, assholes. Let me eat them, Horikoshi. Just let me eat them. God, they're worthless. Worthless. Civilians in this world they're not even worth saving half the time. You don't get it. He left school in the first place because he didn't want to make any trouble for anyone. We were the ones who brought him back here. Uraraka, look how tired he is. Look at my boy. And you're all turning your backs on him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Uraraka, this power of his, yeah, it's really special. It's a power that exists to beat all for one. That's why they're after him. That's why he had to leave this place. He left and went through who knows what out there. Take a good look at him. God damn. Deku's mom must be horrified by Deku right now. Like, look at him. He's as they said a few mere chapters ago, that he is caked in nothing but like filth and damage. Like he's filth and sweat and blood and just battle damage. He is a monster right now. He needs rest. And yeah, the civilians are starting to see him, right? They're looking at him differently. More than anyone, he wishes to fix everything. You're looking at a guy who could be attacked at any second but chooses to continue moving forward anyway. So really look at him, please! Let's go, Uraraka! Hell yeah! Talk to him. Talk to them. Talk to him. Let them know that is Izuku Midoriya. And he's putting his ass on the line For all of Japan right now. God damn it. Show some goddamn respect. Yep, and they all turn. They're slowly turning to look at him. Oh, and there's what's-her-name. There's the, not what's-her-name, she didn't get a name, but there's the girl, yeah, the girl that Deku saved. It's him. He's the boy who saved me. Anyone who badmouths Aurora can fight me. Honestly, anyone who badmouths Aurora is absolute trash as far as I'm concerned. You are not reading the same story. Special powers are one thing, but there's no such thing as a special person. We've got this whole crazy defense system to protect these people, but they're still so scared. We're here to step up, we're here to step in when you can't handle it all alone. That single step feels like an impossible journey, and I believe once someone takes that unlikely step and carves a path forward, the ultimate hero will rise up. One who can surpass even Yagi. Yes, even All Might himself. And there's Aurora standing there, mighty, mighty and proud. What an absolute queen. Look at her. I am so proud of her. I am so proud of her. And that's where the chapter ends. My goodness. That was a very, rather quick chapter right there. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable work. Getting to hear Uraraka, like, really shout to the heavens, you know? It's good, you know? I'm glad to see her get her moment in the sun. You know, she's gotten so many moments before, right, where she's gotten to be strong, but I like that we get to see it here. People always like to forget the moments that she's strong. They always focus on, like, oh, you know, she's just Deku's girlfriend or whatever. But it's like, that to me, you're not reading the same story. Surpass All Might line is shown with Uraraka and not Deku. Honestly, why did President Mike even need a megaphone? That's true. Uraraka, here's my boyfriend Deku, and here's my boyfriend's boyfriend Bakugo. I'm not bad-mouthing Uraraka, but I do wish she got moments earlier instead of being pushed to the side for so many arcs. She deserves it. Really? I don't know about that. Uraraka was a big part of the Paranormal Liberation Front. Like, she gets the big moment where she sees the shock horror. She has a huge fight with Bakugo. She has a big part in the Overhaul arc. She's gotten a lot of moments. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree. But I do respect the desire to see Uraraka take more of a spotlight, you know. One thing I do agree on is that after her martial arts move, she hasn't learned any other move like Izuku or Bakugo. I don't really feel like she necessarily needs a new move. I would like to see a new move, though. Don't get me wrong, Ura. I would like to see Uraraka get some sort of new move, right? Because we've seen her do, like, I don't know if you all remember, but at the festival, she had that really cool move where she was, like, getting beat up by Bakugo and using the bits of rock that Bakugo had stirred up to sort of grab onto different things, right? And then sort of launch them into the air and then bring them all down. And she did have, that's right, Lacey's right, she did actually technically get a new move, which is similar to Deku's Black Whip, where she can sort of like grab things and pull them in, right? So that's kind of cool. She's working on a new one with grappling lines. Yeah, she is slowly, I think, I don't know, Chad, I'm going to be honest, I think Uraraka's been perfectly well written. I don't really have an issue with Uraraka's writing, to be fair. Axel, Johnny, hello, welcome. I never want to hear a comparison of Sakura when it comes to Uraraka. If I hear a comparison of Sakura to Uraraka, if it depends, right? Like, saying Uraraka is like Sakura shows you paid no attention to Naruto or My Hero. Pretty much. Then the only thing they have in common is that they're the main girl, which is sort of an insult to Uraraka. Uraraka never got moments. She was involved in moments. I heavily disagree, but you are entitled to your opinion. She literally is front and center for many different moments, but sure. You are entitled to your opinion. Hina too. Even to Hinata, it's like, it's not quite the same. The only good comparison is saying Uraraka is like Sakura if she got the development she should have. Damn! That is a brilliant point, Axel. Well said. Imagine how Toga's gonna feel after finding out that Darby recorded twice his death on national TV. Oh. If she finds out that Darby... That's gonna break Toga. Because I'm a big Toga fan. That is gonna break Toga. So, thoughts on the chapter. I feel like this is a big moment for Uraraka to shine. I like that she's the one who gets to tell everyone what's going on. I think the biggest players this week are Principal Nezu and Uraraka. I think Principal Nezu and Uraraka definitely get the biggest chance to shine this week. I'm quite proud with what they did this week. I think Nezu explaining how not only that he had a feeling that Shigaraki's quirk would evolve, but that he also had an inkling onto how it would evolve is pretty cool. I like that a lot. That he sort of had an idea, because he's always been thinking like 10 steps ahead, right? Everyone else is playing checkers, Nezu's playing chess, right? And I like that Uraraka gets to be the one to sort of jump forward and tell everyone, you don't know this boy like I know this boy. You don't know Deku like I do, right? And I so love and appreciate that we get to see other characters who haven't shown up in a while. The fact that Kota's there is brilliant. I haven't seen Kota in so long, and the fact that that's Ragdoll there, that's Ragdoll there, sort of there for him, right? As a sort of quirkless individual now. That's really cool. And then, you see Jiro's mom. You see, there's Tetsu in the background. So if you go to, what page is this? I believe this is page 8. So if you go to page 8, behind Monoma is Tetsu and Shimage. I can't think of her regular name, but Tetsu and Shimage in the background looking out the window, with Monoma taking care of Eri, because him and Eri have gotten a little bit close. Remember, Eri and him have discussed, so that's really cool. Are you fully caught up on My Hero? No, I just chose to read the most recent chapter out of spite. Of course I'm caught up, yes. I'm very curious to see what course of action Hori is going to take once Deku gets some rest. I think you're going to see Class A and Deku team up and take down the villains one by one, ultimately leading to the big rematch. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I think the fact this is my theory, right? The fact that Gran Torino told Deku, listen, sometimes, and this is the truth, is sometimes the way to save someone is to kill someone, right? Sometimes that's the only release there for them, right? I think what's going ultimately how this series will end is Class A and possibly Class B, right? I certainly hope Class B, but Class A versus the Paranormal Liberation Front, essentially the League of Villains, leading to an ultimate final battle with Deku versus Shigaraki, but all for one for all rather, or no, all for one will start to take over. And Shigaraki will plead with Deku to just end it, to save him. To save him. And to do so, Deku will have to take down Shigaraki. Like, permanently. That's my guess. It's class 1 for all. Class 1 for all now, yeah. But yeah. Nezu's playing 4D chess, this is true. I think Nezu can be discounted. I did see Axel's response of Nezu is the mouse, but Nezu's the traitor because we all thought he was a mouse, but he's actually a rat. That'd be quite funny. I would like, just for the meme, I like it. But yeah, I highly doubt. Like, Nezu as the traitor, I certainly hope everyone's memeing. No, that seems bizarre. I think Shiggy will beat All for One, and then the final fight with Izuku. I would be okay with that. I don't think thematically it works as well. I think Shigaraki fighting with All for One, and then ultimately starting to succumb, and then having one final breakthrough to tell Deku to just end it. I think that thematically to me makes more sense. But that's just me though. Sorry for the long message, not really the place to go into big convos. I didn't see the message, Roxanne. Sorry, I didn't catch it there. let's see. I sometimes wonder if there's a traitor or it's just the spike work. I don't really think, because from what I understand, Horikoshi himself kind of forgot about the traitor thing. I don't really think that we'll eventually find out who the traitor is. I don't think there is a traitor, if I'm entirely honest. My Hero is definitely ending with Deku versus Shiggy. It will 100% end with Deku versus Shigaraki, but I do think the final moment will be Shigaraki telling Deku to just save him, you know, to save him. And the only way to do that is, you know, to end him. I must ask, but may we talk about just everything in the Bakugo development came full circle? Like, I almost cried when he apologized at the point. That was my first... this is the first media I have ever truly consumed of MHA. Baku Deku shippers really won that chapter as a multi-shipper. I was quite happy. Yes, if you were... I don't personally ship Baku Deku. I much prefer Bakugo with, like, Kirishima. And even with Kirishima, I have multiple ships with Kirishima, especially him and Mina. I think that's super cute. But, yeah, I'm not a Baku Deku guy. I see them as brothers, you know, like... I see them as brothers in arms, you know. As very close as you could be, you know, without the romance coming into it. But if you were, my God, that would you were feasting that day. But yes, I'm pretty sure the Forgot the Traitor interview was fake. Oh, was it fake? All right. Well, in that case, forget what I said. I am not a Baku Deku guy, but the way the story goes, it's like, yeah, I totally get it. I 100% get it. Like. And before anybody says anything, allow me to repeat, it does not matter if it's canon. If you try to say, oh, but Deku's this, or Deku's with Uraraka, or whatever, A, it's bi-erasure, and you should feel bad about yourself, and B, nobody cares about canon. Not a single soul cares about canon. Anyone who ships people, they don't care about canon. None of us care. At all. At all. That shit doesn't matter to us. It's just about which characters you think would make a good pair. It doesn't matter if they're canon or not. How boring. The cool twist about the traitor theory is that All for One could see through One for All, but that doesn't make sense, really. That'd be kind of cool, though. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So my overall thoughts on this particular chapter. We have had our discussion with chat. I think overall this chapter is brilliant. I love that Uraraka gets so much to do. I love that Nezu gets a moment, because we haven't really seen a moment for Nezu in some time. And I like seeing Deku witness how much people care about him, you know? I like seeing Deku's mom really try to fight for him as well. And seeing Monoma, you know, taking care of Eri, trying to keep her away from seeing how people are rejecting the boy who saved her. You know, like, I don't think we're taking into account how important it is that Monoma kept Eri away from the window. Like, if Eri saw how people were treating Deku, that would break her heart. You know, I'm glad that Monoma was like, Eri, you don't need to see this. You know, like Monoma keeping her away, I think is very important. And I would like to point out that that's my son. You know, I raised that boy, you know. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with how this particular chapter turned out. And I guess I'm a manga guy now. I guess this is a weekly thing now. So yeah. Until next time, YouTube, we're going to leave you here. So chat, if you want to say goodbye to YouTube, now's a wonderful time. YouTube, I sincerely hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot and share if you care. We shall see you in the next one. And of course, before we go, as always, do clean your room. It's filthy.